Hello, everybody. Welcome to the All Sports Matter podcast. The purpose of the show is to focus on sports that matter to us. So don't expect us to talk about cricket, water polo, or golf. We might talk a little bit of baseball. We drop a podcast once a week, so make sure to follow us on Instagram, OutTheH Media, for the latest updates. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like it and add any comments in the comment section. All right, Orlando, how you feeling today, man?
Feeling good. It's been an exciting week filled with basketball games.
Okay. So you've been feeling good?
Yeah, I've been feeling good.
You know who hasn't been feeling good?
Who
Chris
hasn't?
Paul, bro.
Oh, man. Don't tell me about that.
Man, that boy
Again?
got the COVID, man. He got the
Again?
Rona.
I don't know if it's excuses or he's like under a spell or something because...
Black magic type stuff?
Yeah, I think I started in New Orleans, you know?
Bro, like straight up.
I'm not gonna lie. When I went to New Orleans, like I saw that, like they have this really nice church, and right outside the church they were doing like little witchcraft stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And but again, I don't know if this has anything to do with Chris Paul, but he needs to do something.
He needs to get a limpiada.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten one?
Water. No. Have you gotten one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
But he probably needs one.
Too bad we can't give him a number.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Nah, dude, for him to for them to sweep, right? They swept the Nuggets.
Yeah, which is a really good thing for his injuries.
A great accomplishment. Gives him time to rest.
Yes.
And this dude busted out with, I got COVID, and he's out indefinitely.
Yeah, and
bro,
you see them sweep, and you're like, man, this is a year that Paul is gonna.
I mean, they look good, right? Like straight up, like they look good. Like,
out of nowhere, it's just like, okay, you're not eligible indefinitely.
So, all right, man, I got a theory on Chris Paul, man. And listen, I don't want to sound like a hater.
Okay. Well, you did call him fool's gold.
I did call him fool's gold, right?
But how some people might say that's haterish. Yeah. Well, but you're just saying that's facts.
Bro, at this point, am I being proved correctly?
You're not wrong. At this moment, you're not wrong.
I mean, honestly, dude, let's take a brief look at Chris Paul and the playoffs, bro. Straight up.
Okay.
Straight up. Because, honestly, man, just thinking back over the years, right?
Okay.
Of Chris Paul. I remember him when he wasn't... This is just straight off of memory, right? This is just me. I remember him in New Orleans, right?
Yes.
He was good.
Yes.
He was a great player in New Orleans. He put up numbers.
Yes.
And then it came to the point where he didn't want to be in New Orleans anymore. Right? And the team that wanted him at that time was the Lakers.
Yeah.
They were, they submitted a trade to get Chris Paul, and then at the end, the NBA commissioner
with Kobe.
Yeah, with Kobe, prime Kobe.
That
really good prime Kobe.
That's guaranteed ring.
Oh, that is a guaranteed ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so the NBA commissioner at the time, Stern, he vetoed the trade, basically saying no, the Lakers didn't offer enough for Chris Paul, and so it can't happen.
Yeah.
And then the Clippers happened to give up enough, so for Chris Paul to head to LA, but with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Right. I remember that. This is just me off of memory.
Yeah, the Clippers always gotta they always gotta get in between the Lakers and.
Listen, man. So then
they tried to get in between.
So then the Clippers, I remember this. Clippers hired Doc Rivers.
Yes.
They were like, oh, Doc Rivers, the legendary coach, the one that got an NBA ring and with the Celtics.
Yes.
Right. I remember that. They were saying, oh, this is gonna be a great rivalry. Phil Jackson, Doc Rivers, Clippers, Lakers, the hype was there.
Yeah.
Because of what Doc did with the Celtics. So there was a certain rivalry. Thank you. So I remember that.
Yes.
And then they get Blake Griffin. Griffin, bro, at his young days, Blake Griffin, a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Dunking on everything, on everybody, shooting them two ranges with a great back and forth two-way player.
He earned his contract.
Yeah, man.
He earned his money.
Listen, man. he put on a show.
Yes.
You know, there was a reason why they called it Lob City.
Lob City.
You know what I mean? Lob City, bro. Because it was just Chris Paul passing the ball to Blake or Andre. I forgot his name. I forgot his last name. Andre Jordan.
Yeah.
That was when Andre Jordan was still and he was in his prime.
Yes.
So they were saying that was a big three.
Okay.
Having Andre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, right? Just there.
I can see that.
Spent years with the Clippers, man. Made it into the finals, but it just never worked out for him. Like, it was just one of those things that they just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
Right? It didn't help that they were playing in the West.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, right off the bat.
Been a little harder in the West.
It's a little harder. Didn't help that they were, facing a really great Warriors team. You had the Lakers, the Rockets. You had San Antonio Spurs. You had teams there, right in there, man, that were just not, knocking them down, dude. So for me, it's like, okay, right? And then you get traded. The experiment in the Clippers just failed. He gets traded, and we get him, right?
Yeah. I
was hyped, man. When we got Chris Paul.
How hyped were you?
Dude, I went to Toyota Center to welcome him.
Oh, you went to welcome him?
Dude. Let me tell you how badly organized that thing was.
Okay.
It was during the middle of the day. But in Houston, bro, in summertime. Middle of the day, bro. On a Saturday.
That must have felt like suffocating.
Bro, it was me, my niece, my nephew. We went down there. We were like, let's go.
Yeah.
Bro, real Rockets fans came through.
Of course.
It was there. It was lit.
Of course.
Right?
And other real Rockets fans were there in spirit.
Yes.
Like
they were comfortably they were comfortably in the AC.
Nah, I used to work on Saturdays.
Man.
But yeah, real Rockets fans were there.
Like, I made it a day to go.
That couldn't like take off work. Yes.
Listen, man, I made a day to go. Like, I was like, I'm gonna go. I want to see him.
But you didn't work weekends around that time.
No.
But I had to work.
And if I did, I probably took it off just so I could go. Like, it was just one of those things. And I remember I went, dude. People came out. It was, people were for the most part upbeat, but it was hot. We were sweating, dude. It was hot.
Super.
The security did their best to pass out waters for people to stay hydrated. The event opened at 12. People got in. And they set it up. We were all watching the initial press conference of him coming in, right? And then, but the initial press conference wasn't in the stadium. Okay. It was in their media room. So we were watching on the jumbo screen, the press conference, right? And I was a little disappointed because I was like, dang, I was hoping,
we could see
the press conference. Yeah. Like, I think it would be really cool. And then he comes out, he thanks the city for the support, for the family. He's excited to be here. He wants to make things, things pop off, whatever. Dude, he was probably he talked to us for like 10 minutes. Yeah. And then he was like, all right, I got to go. I got to dip.
Oh, man.
Bro, I felt a certain way. I ain't even going to lie to you.
You didn't like the vibes?
I did not like the vibes, man. I waited for like 2 hours.
Just
to go see him.
Talk for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
Wow.
I'm not even going to lie to you.
He didn't even shoot a layup.
Man, he didn't do nothing, bro. Man, he didn't do nothing, bro.
He didn't dribble a ball.
Nothing, bro. Like, not even a little autograph, throw it to the ball, to the crowd. No? Nothing.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Like, he didn't even try. He was just like, he was just thinking, man, it's hot as fuck.
He's like, man, he's really hot. Bro. So, anyways, I was like, all right, it's whatever, man.
Okay.
Rockets, bro, number 1, killing it.
Mm-hmm.
We're killing it.
We got used to a certain level of play.
Like we were used to getting into the playoffs, right?
But now we were getting used to being
Chris
favorites.
Paul, it was like this team can take on the Warriors. Like this team is built to take on the Warriors. Like I remember the entire season, right? These analysts were talking about this team is built to take the Warriors on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this team.
And it was the prime Warriors. It was.
Yeah, it was Steph, Draymond, KD,
Clay,
and Clay, right?
And Iguodala.
So big 4.
And Iguodala.
Big 4.
Iguodala, bro, he was important.
Did they say a big five though?
5 players. That's a badass starting line.
No, but I'm saying
They say big 3. Honestly, to be honest.
Who do they kick out? Draymond. Huh?
Draymond.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
but you know they got 4 Hall of Famers for sure.
Yes.
Right?
And Iguodala, a 5th.
All right, bro, Iguodala. Right? And I remember the entire season, they were just talking about how these Rockets are prepared to take on the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then they do.
Okay.
Bro, take them all the way to a Game 7 at home. I was there, dude, at Game 7.
You were there.
I was there.
How much was the tickets?
Bro, I was there as a security guard. Because I ain't paying no $5,000 for some tickets.
Yeah.
Especially if they going to lose.
Yeah.
That's going to even piss me off more. But
Sure.
I was there as a security guard. And the vibe, it was popping, man. It was popping.
Something special?
Oh, it was amazing, right?
Yeah.
Because the game was close. Like, it wasn't an impossible game.
Yeah.
But you did start losing faith, right? Because at the end of the day, what happened was Chris Paul got injured, and James Harden just wasn't making the shots. He was disappearing.
He just choked.
And at the end, it was just a losing game, right? But so Chris Paul, and then the next year, again, they take on the Warriors. They don't make it far. They lose in the second round. Chris Paul, James Harden have a falling out. Gets traded to OKC. Makes OKC a great team. You know, they were losing, and now they were winning.
Yeah.
And they made it to the first round in playoffs, got knocked out. And then Chris Paul gets traded to the Suns, a young core team, and just probably the right person to help develop Booker, right?
Yes.
They sweep then we go back to, they sweep the Nuggets. They're in the finals, Western Conference finals, and now he's got COVID and he's out. I guess I said this long story to say, man. Chris Paul, man, what you do, man? Who'd you piss off, bro?
Yeah.
Was it an ex-girlfriend? Like, what do what is it, bro? Like, did you give up something? Like, did you make a deal with who?
Bro, I'm starting to think he's not a good person, bro. Like,
yeah, like something, bro. Because I'll be honest with you, Chris Paul does look like a jerk. He gives off jerk vibes, and he's too short to give off jerk vibes, bro. To be honest, even though he's tall.
Yeah, I think
when I look at him, he's short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he got colored eyes, like, that just adds to his jerkness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, all right, bro, I get it. You're an NBA player. You got colored eyes.
Can you trust an NBA player with colored eyes? Like,
yeah, I trust Steph.
Trust Steph? Oh, I trust him too.
Yeah,
I'm just asking
but
questions.
Steph doesn't give.
He doesn't.
Honestly, they don't. Like, Steph and Chris don't, like, they're complete opposites, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Chris Paul just looks like a jerk, bro. Like, he looks like the type, like, coworker that would just be on your butt and just annoy you. And you're just like, bro,
he looks
like,
so unauthentic,
relax.
right? Like,
unauthentic.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt during the conference when I went.
Yeah.
And when the welcoming, it just didn't feel, like, real.
Yeah. So, like,
he was just putting an act.
So, for example, I really don't like what Westbrook did for us, but at the end of the day, he kept it 100.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he tells
I like Westbrook, bro.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Well,
I didn't get no kind of weird vibes from him.
No, exactly. Like even though we don't like each other, I respect you because you're.
You don't like each other?
No. Yeah, he doesn't like me, bro.
You don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, for a random person that actually knows me and that I work with that person,
right?
We probably don't like each other, but we respect each other. That's a different. It's a different feeling, you know what I mean? Like with Chris Paul, if I worked with him, if he was an accountant,
that fighting.
I'm not trusting you. Like I'm not going near you.
Right.
You know
Yeah, dude. Like something for me, it's like I don't know, man. He just gave me bad vibes, and I want to say I wish him luck, but honestly,
you don't.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a hater. But you know what? Let's move on to a guy that I do trust.
That you do trust.
I do trust. But
so you think he's coming back or no? Like let's just end it, Chris Paul. Let's end.
If he's coming back.
Yeah, you think he's coming back? Because they said it was indefinitely. So nobody knows.
I don't know what. Yeah, I was gonna say like indefinitely to me. Makes me feel like he's not coming back. But if it's just COVID and it's not serious and he's able to...
I think he'll be back in this.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it really depends on what happens with the Knicks and Jazz as far as when he's going to come back.
Yeah.
But I feel like he might miss the first
with
game.
the Clippers and Jazz. I think you said the Knicks.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Clippers and Jazz. So whatever happens with with that series, I honestly think he'll probably miss the first game and come back for the second one and finish out the series.
Yeah,
unless he gets hurt.
Everybody should have had the vaccine already, so.
Yeah, I
don't see how it's serious.
I personally, when I found out that the vaccine does not make you immune to COVID,
I mean, they say he doesn't have symptoms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter our opinion because we're not scientists. You know? But
how did he get COVID though? That's what I want.
Bro, it's like you can get the flu with getting the flu vaccine. You know what I mean? But you just don't.
But he got the vaccine.
You're not gonna die from it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Who did he hang out with?
Who? Oh, you're saying.
I'm adding an extra layer.
You're saying he celebrated a little too hard?
I'm saying he was around people that were infected.
Well, does Phoenix get popping?
According to stories, to other sources, they really do. So, I don't know if they had a celebratory party at somebody's hotel.
Bro, how popping can Denver get? Do they?
No, they flew. I'm assuming
they swept them at Denver.
Right, but I'm saying, but they flew over.
But they flew.
They did it overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying he probably got COVID in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, you get, bro, come on. It's 2 a.m. You just swept the Nuggets. You're not going home.
I'm not going home. No, I'm not. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
And there's a lot of spots that I know that are open after 2. They're called after clubs.
Oh, okay.
Not after, just clubs.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that. All right.
Anyways, let's go. So Clippers, Jazz, man. So the claw is out, man. They're saying it's a knee issue, but they're really saying it's the ACL injury.
There's so many mixed signs, and I don't know what to believe.
Right.
All I know is if it's an ACL, I think it's gonna be really hard for Kawhi to come back, and I'm actually calling it quits for his career. If it is an ACL. The claw, you were great, but you know, why so serious? You know, that's how you get your ACL torn. Don't be, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta take it easy. You gotta be focused. And I just feel like, you know, all of that rest didn't prepare him for the playoffs.
Okay.
And that's just my theory behind it.
So when you say that his career is over, what does that mean though? Like, as far as like he's no longer gonna make it into the playoffs. He's no longer gonna make it to the conference finals.
I'm saying he's gonna be a role player. He's gonna be a role player.
So does a role player not make it to the conference finals?
Yeah, they can.
Okay. So
I'm just saying it's over for like the career he already had. The career of a superstar, the career of being a top 5 player. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a very different Kawhi when he comes back from an ACL. He's not going to be worth a max contract. He's just going to be a simple guy.
All right, so you think he's not going to be able to get another max deal?
I'm not saying that.
You just said it. You literally just said it.
I said he's not going to be worth it.
So he will get a max deal?
I can see teams do that.
Okay.
But I don't think he's going to be worth it. Like, I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
I guess I'm trying to put what your words into, like, actual, like, certain achievements. Like, what are the achievements for you to be like, okay, he's not 100% anymore?
The fact that you can carry a team to the championship. Like, if you can carry a team to the championship, then you're worth a max contract.
But that's the thing, man. That's so subjective. And the only reason I'm saying that is, for example, like LeBron, right? Like, LeBron needed help now to get to the finals, right?
Yeah.
Steph Curry needs help for him to be able to take his team to the finals, right? Yeah. KD needs help to be able to take his team. Like, I know what you mean by, like, carrying a team to the finals, but the way that this game is set, his age, you need someone to help you to take you to the finals.
Yeah, but let me just emphasize this more. Be more specific.
Yeah, I think you need to be more specific. Just so
his game is very physical.
Okay.
You know, if you compare him to KD is more. He's very. First of all, start off with his frame. Have you seen Kawhi in real life?
This is a big dude.
But like his arms, he has huge arms. Like this guy's frame is heavy. Mm-hmm. Like just by looking at him, like you can't really tell in TV until like you see him in real life in the game. You're like, man, like his body is pretty disproportionate. Like his top frame is like really big, is humongous. Like the claw is not an understatement. Those are not claws. Those are shovels. And then if you compare him to, KD is a very, he's also tall, right? But he's very slim. And at the same time, KD got lucky because whenever he got injured, we had the pandemic happen. And it gave him a couple more months to recover. So I feel like Kawhi, if he has an ACL, he's going to come back in a year, not get the rest that he needs, and then he's going to try to play physical again because that's his game. He dunks on people. Like he can shoot. And he has a good mid-range shot too. But it's not as it's not as easy on the body as KD. What does KD do? He just shoots threes and mid-ranges. I really haven't seen KD dunk on people a lot.
Well, and his game. Well, okay. So for me, KD, I told you, to me, KD is the perfect NBA player. As far as he runs both ways, he's on defense, he's on offense. Yeah. He has a mid-range, he has the three, he does dunk. He creates plays. KD's quick, KD's nimble. KD has the tall size. Now, we'll say this: KD is more. He does have a smaller frame than Kawhi, which I will give you that Kawhi being a bigger player might strain more on his knees, or if it is an ACL, might give him more strength in his capabilities, right?
More issues.
Right, but I mean, are you saying, because right now, as far as like the season, right? Kawhi plays 34 minutes per game. He averages 24 points, averages 6.5 rebounds. So are you saying that he is not going to be averaging that no more moving forward?
I'm saying he's going to take like a 10-point drop per game.
So he's going to be averaging 15 points?
Yes.
Okay.
And especially because...
when he comes back?
Yes, when he comes
back. And
back.
Moving forward?
Yes.
Okay, so we have that on record saying he's going to be averaging 15 points a game.
Exactly.
How many minutes is he going to be playing? If he plays 34.
He plays 34 right now. He'll probably still play 34, but okay. He'll play.
So his production is just gonna drop by 10.
Yeah,
then
his games are gonna decrease too because he's already load managing without having torn an ACL, and now he's gonna be like super load managing. You know what I mean? Like, for someone that takes care of his body so much, and for him to have this injury, to me is a very, it's going to take a lot for him to come back. That's just my 2 cents on it.
Okay. So, as far as, Kawhi and the Clippers moving forward, Paul George, he had a great game to continue to give the Clippers the advantage. As we speak right now, we're actually watching
Game 6.
Game 6. So Paul George had a great Game 5.
Yes.
And so currently right now we're watching the Game 6, trying to see what's going to happen. And it looks like, as of right now, it looks like it might head to a
Game 7. Utah's up by 15.
So...
And it's 4 minutes in the third quarter.
Right. So we're gonna continue with this one.
4 minutes left.
If it continues, and it looks like maybe Kawhi might not be able to play the game 7. Hopefully, we'll find out more information. But it looks like Clippers Jazz are going to a Game 7. Now, the game that just finished, Philadelphia and the Hawks, Game 7. Ice Trey is still killing it. He is doing things that an alpha does, man. He's getting there, but unfortunately, man, he is surrounded with betas because they cannot help him out.
Yeah, he really is surrounded by betas. Just because every time, like even if I just have the game as background noise because I'm busy and I just want to like be in touch with what's going on. Every time I look at the screen, the Hawks have the ball, Trey has the ball, you know, and I just feel like he has to do everything just to get the Hawks in a good situation to win. So the Hawks definitely need some help.
Dude, let me just get, man, Trey dropped 34 points, man. Dropped 34 points, played 40 minutes. Capella, our former Rocket, played 38 minutes, dude. He had 14 points. 14 points. Right?
That was, yeah.
Lou Williams, he was a sixth man of another former Rocket.
Yeah.
Played 11 minutes at 0 points.
11 minutes, 0. He scored as many points as I did.
And then, and I'm just like, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, bro, where's the offense? And then I had this homie Kevin, what's his name? Hooter?
For who?
For the Hawks.
Okay. Yeah, Herder.
Bro, this guy, man.
He went off.
You call that going off?
Because I didn't know him.
All right, dude. I thought I was the only one. Okay. I watched this guy, and I'm like, who's the redheaded kid? Like, straight up. I was like, who is that? I had never seen an NBA player that had red hair besides, ay, ¿cómo se llama este vato?
Man, I'm just saying, if he's in the NBA with red hair, drop 17, he killed it for the night.
He had a good game there. Yeah, you did his part.
Yeah.
Then Dennis Rodman, bro. Dennis Rodman had red hair. That was the last time I seen a redheaded kid out there. But yeah, man, this guy, like, he played 44 minutes, shot 17 points. But every time I saw him, bro, I just saw him hit a brick. Like, I was just like, man, this guy Kevin, man, he needs to fall back a little bit. But you know what? Out of him and Capella, I guess, man. But it is a shame that Ice Trey, man, could not get enough help to just carry them over that little hump, man. Yeah. Honestly, because the game was close. It was close towards the very end. But you know, it's just
so we already shitted on the Hawks. So let's go over what the Sixers did. What did they do?
All right, man. So the Sixers had a little bit more balanced out team. I think the biggest factor that Doc Rivers did was to limit Ben Simmons' role in this game. And when I say limit, man.
So addition by subtraction.
Listen, man. When I say limit Ben Simmons, I feel like Ben Simmons was like, all right, let me just do enough where I look good and I look like I'm helping the team, but I ain't really doing nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy finished. He played 25 minutes, finished with 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 6 points.
6 points.
Bro, it was at a point where this dude had 5,004 points in the third, I think. It was in the third. And I'm over here like, okay.
Yeah.
How do you get more fouls and points?
Yeah.
You know, like, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, so it was basically the Embiid show. Embiid, you know, he did his part. He was ready to fight some people. He, you know,
big man Embiid. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. Embiid, the way that he was so forceful, the way he made, what's his name, Hobbins, look like, made him look like a baby.
Yeah.
It was, you know, I've only seen that in wrestling where you have like a Brock Lesnar type, like carry like a Rey Mysterio. Like, it was just one of those things where I was like, man, like, this guy got up, was like, all right, I'm about to fight him. John Collins, where he was like, all right, I'm about to fight Joel Embiid, and then when he hugged him, I knew he messed up when he hugged him. When he hugged him,
Yeah.
Joel was like, all right, and then literally stretched his arms and just walked him all the way towards the end, behind the hoops, and just pushed him over.
Yeah.
And just looked at him, stared at him like, bro, you messed up.
Yeah. You want to hug?
Don't test me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man. Like, when he did that, I was like, all right, Joel Embiid got fired, man. He don't play around.
Yeah. Nah, he's a very passionate player. I will say that. Feel like he's the one that gives the team attitude, because it's definitely...
Who else is going to give him attitude? Like, where are they going to get that
definitely not
attitude
coming
from?
attitude from 6 points. I'll tell you that.
Listen, man.
Ben 6 Point Simmons.
Bro, Ben Simmons is just trash.
You mean Ben Simpkins?
Simpkins. Like, this dude is trash.
Tobias Harris had a good game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had a good game.
And Seth Curry,
man. Listen, man. Like I said, these guys had an overall better shooting team.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what prevented them to beat the Hawks. I'll be honest with you, man. This game 7 is gonna be interesting. I don't know if like watching the Hawks right now, man. Trey can't do it by himself.
He definitely can.
So I don't know if they have another game like this. I could see they would move on if they have another game like this, right? So
you remember earlier in the season when Harden was giving a lot of issues in the Rockets, and then the Sixers wanted to trade us Simmons for Harden, but then the deal was that they didn't want to give more picks, so that's why they didn't want to do the trade.
Right.
So that deal is looking really bad. They really should have done that deal.
They should have done it?
Oh, yeah. Because the Rockets are like, I guess we'll take Simmons, but we really didn't want Simmons,
Well, I don't want to get ahead, right?
Yeah.
Since we're talking about right now.
Okay.
But Ben Simmons and James Harden right now, they're not performing, so it really, you know what I mean? Like, it almost cancels out.
It cancels out.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's all I'm saying as of right now.
As of right now.
But it almost looks like they just cancel out.
Okay.
But I will say this. The Hawks have something amazing on their side, bro. And it's called a curse. If you're not familiar with the curses, it's when just something
like Chris Paul?
No, yes, a Chris Paul level curse, right?
Okay, a Chris Paul.
And this curse,
we'll call it a Chris Paul.
And this curse, man, is surrounded Doc Rivers.
Ooh.
Okay, listen.
You said the Hawks.
No, they had the benefit of this curse. Like, the curse is working for their favor.
Got it.
Yeah.
Bro, you said they got the curse, like...
No, they got a curse on their side. Like, I guess that's what I was saying.
I'm so confused.
Oh, my bad. No.
Okay, no. So the Sixers have the curse.
The Sixers have a curse that is going to benefit the Hawks.
That's how curses work, bro. Okay.
Right.
All right. So you were saying?
All right. So what I was saying was the Doc River curse, man. First off, I already said it. Doc Rivers is a fraud. He's another fool's gold.
Fool's gold times 2.
Times 2, bro. Listen, man. Doc Rivers is a great coach, right? During the regular season, he does what he needs to do.
He gets you a number 1 seed.
He gets you wins, right?
Yes.
Half the battle to make it to the playoffs are having enough wins.
Getting a good seed, too.
Right. Getting a good seed, whatever. But getting the wins, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, man, his playoff record, as far as, like, winning a championship...
Yes.
It's almost... he has 1 championship ring.
In how many years?
From what I remember, he was a head... So he's only been... So this is crazy, right? Now that you mentioned...
Okay, when did he start, like, your first memory of him coaching a solid team? Let's start there.
Thank you, because that's what I was going to say. I'm gonna go down my memory.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
No. I mean, honestly, that's what counts.
Because and I was gonna say because I'm not like. Yeah, I could give you the numbers of like when he was in Orlando.
Yeah.
When he was, but honestly, like he didn't become the coach
until
he hit Boston Celtics.
Yeah, it's like
when he was in the Boston Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dude had the big three. He had they say the original big three.
Yes.
Right. When he was the coach for the Celtics with the big three.
Yes.
He had Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Rondo, right?
Yes.
They took on some great teams. They took on the Lakers, right? And they won a championship. They won a championship in 2008. They took the Lakers to Game 6. You know, that to them was like, oh, like we're good, right? Like it solidified the Celtics as they're a good team. They got good players. They got a good head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it went ahead and then this is where like just the initial fraudiness of the coach Doc Rivers is, right? In 2009, Celtics were up 3-2 on Orlando, but they lost the series, right?
Okay.
This is what the big three, Celtics big three. In 2010, Celtics were in the finals with the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lost 3-2, and the Lakers won. Kobe got his fifth. Mm-hmm. Then Celtics, 2012, Celtics were 3-2 in the Heat in the Eastern Conference Final. Lost the series.
Yes.
2013. This is where the transition where Doc Rivers left the Celtics to go to the Clippers, and again it was celebrated. Oh, Clippers got a good head coach.
Yes.
Right. Even though they only won one championship ring with the Celtics that were considered to be the big three in those years that he was there.
Yeah.
One ring out of and lost a lot of game sevens.
Yes.
During that period, right?
Yeah.
Now Clippers. He's with the Clippers. 2013, 3-2 on the Grizzlies. They lose the series at home. Game 7, they lose it at home. In 2014, Clippers. They blow out a 15-point lead in Game 5 versus OKC, and they end up losing the series in 6. The famous one, Clippers blow a 3-1 lead to the Rockets in 2015.
Yes.
Bro, they lost 3 straight. That's insane.
Yeah.
Now, 2016, Clippers are up 2-0 on the Blazers. They lose 4 straight to lose the series.
Yes.
4 straight, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
In 2017, lose Game 7 at home to the Jazz. And then in 2020, Clippers blow a 3-1 lead, another 3-1 lead to the Nuggets. And then this is where Doc Rivers is finally fired.
He's fired from the Clippers.
He's fired from the Clippers after almost, 2000.
And people were saying they fired him for no reason, right?
Dude, they fired him because this guy is fool's gold. When
they realized he was fool's gold.
Dude, think about this, right? The big three in the Celtics.
Yeah.
I just talked about how the Clippers had Blake Griffin, had Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, but they had a solid team.
Yeah.
Right? Now he's with the Sixers. I'll give him this. Ben Simmons is not like a all-star, like a great, superstar, right?
Yeah.
He's okay. And Embiid is awesome, but you're playing the Hawks. The Hawks have one solid star.
Yes.
Right? And a good number 2 between Capella and the redheaded kid. Because why not?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But he's going to go in a Game 7, right? If he doesn't win this Game 7, dude, he's going to get fired from Philadelphia. That is going to be my
Your prediction?
That's going to be my prediction. He's going to get fired.
Okay.
And if he gets another job, it is the NBA is just wrong for that.
Yeah, he deserves put blacklisted. Like
I want to say blacklisted, but he definitely needs maybe a change because
like golfing change. We'll definitely not talk about him.
Man, he just needs he cannot get another coaching job in the NBA or I'll say not a head coaching job, maybe an assistant. Okay, or maybe go to the college level. Okay. You know, go to a college level and maybe build up your image again because you can't have all these losses all these years and have all these great teams. I've only won one championship.
I did the math. 2008 to right now, 2021. That's 13 years of having solid teams. Solid, and just winning one championship.
One.
Like from the last championship to now, it's 13 years.
Yep.
And just having one championship.
Right.
That's unacceptable.
And you know what I love, or what's crazy is that he could win Game 7, go against maybe a Bucks or Brooklyn, but I don't see him beating the Bucks. To be honest with you,
I don't see them beating Bucks or Brooklyn.
Yeah, either one. And then if he does, then you got to face a really good Suns if Chris Paul's back, or the Jazz or the Clippers.
I don't see them.
That's still another hard team. You know, those are hard teams to beat.
If he makes the finals, I don't see them getting fired though.
So if he makes it to the finals, he won't get fired?
I don't see him getting fired.
And then he gets another year.
Yeah.
Another year.
Yeah, to fraud people.
So that's me and Doc River beef history.
He doesn't know you, bro.
Yeah, man. But he will know that he is a fraud. By my words. But yeah, man. So, anyways, the game that we're watching, Nets Bucks, that we're gonna be watching tomorrow, man. So it turns out that James Harden is going to be playing, but he's not gonna be at 100%.
That's confirmed.
Listen, man, I ain't no doctor, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely could tell by Game 6
he's not 100%.
That he's 100%. Like, I don't know where the media is now I wasn't gonna say shambles, but just the media is just saying providing shocking news. It's not shocking. We saw the game.
Yeah. You don't get healed in 2 days.
Yeah, you don't get healed,
especially if you're not resting.
Right. So James Harden is so he is gonna be playing, but Nash basically said, "Hey man, don't count him to drop a MVP performance type of game."
Yeah. He's just there for leadership, I guess.
He's there to take away pressure from KD. Honestly.
Which honestly, I think that's an outdated play. That worked the first game, but this last game,
it worked for Game 5, right?
Game 5.
It was Game 5.
Yeah, it was Game 5. Yeah.
It worked for Game 5, but that's when KD was still kind of okay.
A little fresh.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, it's gonna be hard.
Because KD played the full 48 minutes on Game 5.
Yeah.
And then he played over 40 minutes in Game 6. So he's going to be exhausted for Game 7. If James Harden doesn't help out more, I don't see the Nets having a good night.
Right. And, again, like I was mentioning, I think all the Nets bench, the stars that they have on there, they need to step their game up.
Yeah, well, they traded all the bench to us, remember?
Well, it's not even, no, but I'm talking about the bench that they have.
Okay.
All right, they still got good players, but it's one of those things that I think both teams are tired, right? Because
they both look tired.
They're both tired. So at this point, it's like, who wants it more? Who can initially make the hump? Get over the hump.
But I feel like the Bucks need to win it though, because how are you gonna? It's now or never. Like how are you gonna have Kyrie and then a half Harden and a very tired KD and expect to win a championship ever? Giannis really brought the conversation that he wants to leave because he wants to win championship.
Right.
But if you don't step up now, you don't have anybody but to blame yourself for not having a championship.
So let me see his road to winning a championship. Honestly, I think we mentioned it before, but I think the most healthiest team is gonna win, right? And
they're healthy.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Like the Bucks are probably, after maybe the Hawks, are probably the healthiest team.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, the healthiest team is gonna win. But what happens when you're the healthiest team and you don't win? Like, that's embarrassing. And Giannis needs to step up to avoid embarrassment, because he made a big deal about winning a championship, and every time he's in Brooklyn, it's not the same Giannis. He tries to shoot threes, tries to do fadeaways. Like, no, man, like, attack the rim, like, dunk on people, get physical. And it's crazy how long he takes to take free throws. Like, I feel like he needs to overcome a lot of ghosts for him to win a championship.
Right.
And it's now or never. Because if you don't stand up to those ghosts, they're going to come back until you finally say, you know what, enough is enough. It's time to get my ring.
And then he goes to the Warriors.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think, I still got Brooklyn. I'm riding for Brooklyn. I'm riding for Clippers because I have them in the finals. I'm still in the game.
You mean
my predictions.
Brooklyn?
They're
all broken. Not
KD, though.
Not KD.
Not KD.
Bro, when your healthiest player just came back from an ACL injury, like, you gotta be worried.
But hopefully, we still have... We're potentially going to have 3 Game 7s.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
And the Suns.
And the Suns are just dealing with COVID.
Just chilling.
Like, they're just
taking the Sun.
Oh man, they're just trying to get Chris Paul back. Like, at this point, like, it's crazy. They're like, it's almost like, like on Fridays, like, how do you get fired on your day off?
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, how do you get COVID? Like, when you swept the freaking Nuggets.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is gonna be a special NBA podcast. This is we're moving on to more NBA news. I want to get to a little bit. Just get your opinion on these things that are some of the news that's going on in the NBA. So, talking about the Celtics, man, they're trading Kemba Walker and a first-round pick for Al Horford. Who won in this trade?
Definitely OKC won this game.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
They got a first-round pick. That's the signature.
Honestly, I was going to say, I think they care more about the first-round pick than Kemba Walker.
And there's the other thing. Kemba Walker is not playing a single game for the OKC.
Yeah.
They're going to trade him for more first-round picks.
So,
for two,
all right, man.
For 2 first-round picks.
You know what? That's a great... So, how long does he stay in OKC before he gets traded?
Yeah, bro. He stays there a month, bro.
A month? You know what? That's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, man. I know... Like, I was thinking about that. I was like...
Kemba, don't sign the lease, bro. Just go to a motel.
I was thinking that. I was just like, man... Like, how long is it going to take OKC to trade Kemba Walker for another first-round pick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, OKC is fully focused on building a young team.
Exactly.
Like, Kemba Walker is not going to contribute.
He does not fit.
He doesn't add any value.
Exactly.
Right? But they can use him as a bargaining chip to get more.
And he's not young enough to, like, wait for the process. I think that's why they're keeping Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
Just because he's young. Like, he'll wait, he'll continue to develop.
Yeah.
And, but Kemba Walker needs to win now, and especially with that contract.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Like, what team could potentially trade for him? Where do you think he would be a good landing spot?
I think the Grizzlies.
Really? I was going to say the Pelicans.
The Pelicans? No.
Only because they could offer him more. More, like, they could offer OKC more for him. Now, as far as if it's gonna work out, I don't know, because
I don't know what they could offer them. They're in rebuilding mode.
Are they though?
Who?
The Pelicans?
No, the OKC.
No. I'm talking about Pelicans offering.
Yeah, but what are they gonna offer? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, you're talking about players, right?
Right.
Like, what player do they have to offer? All of them are already... They all won big contracts already. And all of them want to win already. So it's like...
Right, but... Wait, are you talking about... Who wants to win already? The OKC players or the Pelicans?
The Pelicans players. I see Lonzo wanting to be part of a big team.
Right, but...
I see Ingram wanting to be, like, the superstar.
Hey, guess what? He could be a superstar in OKC. Because he's going to get traded for Kemba Walker.
Nah, man. Because is he going to wait for, like, the young people to develop? I don't see him waiting. For the Pelicans? Yeah, for the OKC. Let's say Ingram gets traded to
Okay,
OKC.
say he gets traded, right?
Yes.
All right.
He has a 2-year contract right now.
Let me ask you, what is the OKC going to do? They're going to trade him if he doesn't want to be there. They'll use him as another chip. You got to think about it like this. If OKC is in the mode of building, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna try to trade him for the best possible package.
Yes.
Right? I feel like the Pelicans could probably offer the better I'm going off of packages. I'm not talking about like what the players are feeling. Oof. Why are they showing me the text right now?
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't even know. 19 years, bro.
19 years without a conference final.
Ugh.
Nasty.
Ugh. I don't even want to see. Why are they showing me this?
So we're watching the Clippers game, and they basically put a list of loser teams, and obviously the Texans.
We're on that list.
We're on that list. Yeah.
Followed by the Pelicans. So
yeah,
man.
Well,
so package deal wise, who can offer a better package, Memphis or?
I feel like Memphis.
Pelicans?
I feel like Memphis will offer more picks, so they'll do that because I feel like Memphis has the space for Kemba to thrive with Ja Morant and take him to the next level.
Who's the alpha?
Ja.
Not if Kimba's there.
Yeah, Ja. Ja is.
Bro, Kimba's gonna take over, man. He's gonna be Ja.
Bro, he couldn't even take over Jason Tatum, bro. Like you're telling me he's gonna take over Ja. He'll go Morant on the Grizzlies.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Well, we'll see what the OKC are gonna do. Let's see how many picks they can get for him. But to me that was interesting. I was just wondering, like, I'm pretty sure. I know for a fact Kimba's not gonna stay there. And if Kimba's cool about it, they'll probably trade him to a contender. If he's not cool about it, they're gonna get rid of his butt. So, but yeah, man. So I was just wondering about that one, because OKC's out here. And then one last piece of news, or a few more pieces of news. Bro.
What's up?
Team USA basketball.
Oh yeah.
Are they winning the Olympic gold?
There's only one problem.
What's the problem?
In Houston, we have a problem. His name is Luka. Luka Doncic. He's in the way of the USA getting the gold medal, man.
Okay.
You know? Some haters want to call him Fluka.
Okay.
But no, man. Luka the Doncic.
Okay. So it's Luka versus... I'm going to name a few players that have confirmed.
Okay.
Joining the team. Damian Lillard. Draymond Green. Jason Tatum. Bradley Beal. And as of recently, Devin Booker. Those are just the few players mentioned to represent Team USA. And so you're saying that Luka's gonna beat those players with his players that play in, where do they play? Slovenia,
bro. Stop. Damn, why are you like that, bro? Like,
where's it called again? Slovenia?
Yeah, bro.
Listen, man, Slovenia.
He's gonna take over the game, bro.
Slovenia sounds like a beautiful country, and sounds like
you assume they have great people.
Oh, bro, every country has great people.
Okay.
Now, do they have great basketball players? That is a question that I guess we'll find out in the Olympics. Bro, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Are they really? Are they in the Olympics?
Who?
Luka. Is Luka really in the Olympics?
Yeah.
He's actually on Slovenia made it to the Olympics?
Yeah.
Or are you guessing he made it to the Olympics?
Bro, like, he just played yesterday. Like, with his team. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking. I just want to make sure.
Bro,
right.
Yeah.
All right. So Slovenia.
Why else?
Slovakia.
Like, they're getting ready for the Olympics. Yeah.
Is it Slovenia or Slovakia?
Slovenia.
Is that where Wanda Romanov is from?
I think that's where Trump's wife's from.
Oh, is she? So they definitely have great people.
They.
Bro, I put freaking Trump wife. I didn't even Melania Trump. So disrespectful to the first lady. Slovenia.
And then 3 women popped up. Because I did the same.
Yeah. Slovenia?
Yeah, bro. It's Slovenia.
I mean, it does look like a beautiful country.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, you know, the Slovenians, they don't mess around when it comes to basketball.
Okay, bro. All right. They're ranked 16 in the world.
There you go.
Okay.
Sweet 16.
Okay.
Sweet 16, baby. But, nah, in all seriousness, the U.S. they're obviously the favorites. But I like how the young players want to play. You know what I mean?
I do like that too, man.
You know,
they should be resting.
But they
according
said fuck that.
Le GM.
Le GM.
Le GM.
Le Bum.
Le GM James said that should rest.
Man, yeah, nah. LeBron really does recommend that. And, hey, man, like, I respect. But I also respect the hustle of the players. Like, I wish Donovan Mitchell was in the squad, but he's too busy getting his money, you know. But yeah, it should be a very interesting World Cup.
World Cup,
basically.
The Olympics.
Olympics, yeah.
Yeah, man. So okay, well, yeah, I did like that too. That there was a lot of young players. I mean, apparently, these players did not care. They're like, "Hey, I want my Olympic gold."
I will say I would go at least once
to the Olympics.
To the Olympics, like if I was a professional.
Yeah, I mean, every 4 years.
Yeah, it's something special, you know.
In your lifetime, once you become pro and towards your end of your career, like you can probably go to maybe 4 Olympics.
Yeah, especially like Bradley Beal, like you know he ain't winning nothing in Washington. Might as well get something.
Might as well be an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a bad ring to it, to be honest.
It really doesn't.
Really cool.
Really doesn't.
That actually does sound really, really, really cool. So then I want to move on. So, I mentioned that Doc Rivers, man. If he doesn't win Game 7, man, he's gonna get fired, and he's gonna be joining a few coaches that just got fired. I think the 2 ones that are like hilarious to me. Ooh. Sorry, guys. We're watching the Clippers, Utah, and this homie, the band, just hit a 3.
5 minutes left in the game,
Oof.
And the Clippers are up 116 to 106. It's looking pretty good for the Clippers without Kawhi. All right, bro. Let's
just talk about these fired coaches, man. So New Orleans Pelicans, they fired their coach. They said, thank you for your service, but you're not the one.
He was outdated. I don't know why they even got him.
Dude.
Like,
who you telling?
So many of these coaches get recycled, and I'm just tired of that.
They don't want to hire. Like, what's the... I don't understand why... What's wrong with hiring young, potential great coaches? For example, they talk about Becky Hammond. She's one of a female coach that's highly respected, that's been working under Doc. Not Doc. I'm sorry, Pop. Has been working under Pop in the Spurs, right? Yeah. She was one of the first women assistants.
Got it.
And she's one of potentially a hot target for NBA teams, right?
Is she though?
That's what I was gonna say. but yet she hasn't been on an NBA team for a head coaching position, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand that if she has high potential, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're saying that she could, and they're saying that she understands the game, she could understand the players, and all these great things, right?
Yeah.
But yet nobody wants to give her a chance.
Uh-huh.
To me, it lets me know like that's BS. Either it's BS because they don't want to give her the job because they don't trust her and they don't trust her abilities.
I don't know, man.
To deliver, or is it because? But my thing is like, bro, why are we hiring this? Why are we hiring the same coaches over and over again? Why are we trying to use that formula that doesn't work?
My Rockets aren't. Look at my coach, Coach Silas. He's a very young.
And that's what I'm saying. The Rockets gave him an opportunity, right?
That's what I like about Tillman. I really do. Like he's not scared of like giving new people shots. But I don't know, man. Like I guess that one's a little hard, man, because again the fact that it's a woman, it's a big barrier, right? I know we're trying to be like more inclusive, and she it sounds like she really does deserve a shot. But I feel like the players have a big say on who's the coach, like the superstars.
Right.
So it allows for this like buddy system to happen. And that's why we get a lot of recycled coaches.
Right.
You know what I mean? For example, if Doc Rivers gets fired, who do you see replacing Doc Rivers at the Sixers?
Bro, they'll give him a shot in the.
No, who's gonna replace him?
Oh, who's gonna replace him?
Like, yeah, top of your head. I could give it to you.
Who?
D'Antoni.
Is D'Antoni not playing?
D'Antoni is in the Brooklyn like assistant coach. So because Daryl Morey was working with him in the Rockets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like there's this big buddy system in the NBA that really doesn't help teams progress. And more than that, I don't know. I feel like new people, we need new blood in the NBA just because, it makes things more interesting. If they could recycle players, they would. But look at this new generation. It's like we still have the old players like LeBron, like KD, like Harden, Westbrook. But then we have players like Luka, Ice Tray, Devin Booker. It's like when you allow new opportunities, like you get to learn new personalities, and it brings a different element to the game.
Right.
And basketball is really bad with that in coaches for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. And then it also like ideas. Like I feel like some of these coaches bring their ideas, and it's just like, bro, it's outdated.
They really don't update their ideas.
Yeah, like it's outdated.
Like bro,
come up with something new.
Like bro, you had Kobe and Shaq. It didn't mean like your ideas were good.
Right.
You just had Kobe and Shaq.
Bro, you had All-Stars with you.
You had Jordan. You know what I mean?
Man. All right, I don't want to sound mean, but like the All-Stars really, like these players make the coaches. Right?
Yeah, they really do.
Like is there like when you compare it to like maybe college basketball, for example, like
when the players aren't that developed?
Like Calvin Sampson, right? This is he's a U of H coach that brought in a dead college hoops team that had great history, the U of H Cougars, right? He developed a team within
5 years.
Was it 5 years from his hire for them to make it to March Madness?
It was like 4.
It was like 4, right? In 4 years, he turned around, low rated players, whatever you want to say, right?
But me and you were there since we were in college, right?
Right.
And like even though the team sucked, there was something about them that was like, man, like these kids won it.
Well, but that's the thing, bro. And that to me, that falls under the coach, because the coach was always fired up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coach Sampson is always fired up. So when I look at that and I think back and the way that he develops his players, we went from having 0 NBA players from U of H, right, for a period of long time.
Yes.
To one being drafted in the second round.
Yes.
And Damian Dotson, he plays for the Cavaliers now. He got drafted. Now we have Amari Brooks that plays for the Rockets. Armani Money Brooks.
Money
plays for the Rockets. We have
Nate Hinton.
Nate Hinton plays for the Mavs. Like, it's almost like, whoa, like, we got NBA players.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, whoa, like, there is to be said that coaching in the college is actual coaching versus coaching in the NBA.
Exactly.
Like, in the NBA, you're more time management. You're more
you're more man management.
More what?
Man management.
Yeah, personalities.
Yeah.
But yeah, and strategies, and you tell your players, hey, like, this is what you're doing, this is what you need to do, keep it look after. You know what I mean? Like, yeah right?
Yeah.
And it's, like, an NBA coach, man, back in the days, they would actually help develop a player's game. They would help them develop, create a system and say, hey, this is what you need to do to become great, and I'm going to help you do it.
That's the thing I never understood about basketball, just because I grew up, like, loving soccer.
Mm-hmm.
In soccer, you still have the culture of we're going to develop players. In basketball, no. It's
the players are already...
You're supposed to, like, be...
Yeah, you're supposed
to go.
Your talent is supposed to take you here. Your hard work is going to take you to the next level.
Yeah.
And then if you
don't make it, you don't make it.
Right.
Like there's 100 kids waiting to take your spot.
Right. And because a lot of times, like in soccer, that's a great point. In soccer, man, these teams will develop these young kids early.
But because there's so many teams,
right?
Like they have the option to go anywhere else,
right?
And because we only have one league, they don't really waste time develop. To them, it's wasting time. You know what I mean? To the NBA, is wasting time.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the Coach Sampson has done a really good job at U of H, and hopefully it keeps going. And I don't know, man. Like I really enjoy watching a player develop. But
you like seeing their growth in their game and everything.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, like.
And unfortunately, like, I don't see that in the NBA other than with a selected few. For example, like with Mitchell, I've seen him develop. I've seen James Harden develop.
Yeah, his game grew crazy.
And then you have the freaks like LeBron James that they're just always talented.
Yeah, like, they've been
like
they've been NBA ready.
Yeah, they were
since they came in.
Yeah, so but it's very few that I get to see a development. And then you have like 90% of NBA players where they're always role players for the rest. But because they're not given the opportunity to develop.
Right.
I wish the NBA was like that, but whenever you have all the players in the world wanting to go to one league only, that's what you get. Like you're either ready or you're not.
Or if you're and then that's the thing, is like it's like superstar, all-star, role player, bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you fall under one of those categories.
Yeah.
And hopefully
it's really hard to progress to the next level.
Right.
Like you got to work your ass off just to go from bench to role player.
Yeah.
And then you got to work your ass off to be a role player to all-star.
Yep.
And then you got to work your ass off to be an all-star.
Be a superstar.
No, honestly, the superstars, you either got it or you don't, bro. Like, honestly. Like, LeBron James, he was born with talent.
You know who's like the perfect example of like
a superstar?
The growth of a superstar?
Who?
Honestly, James Harden. Because James Harden came off the bench in OKC. You already had KD, Westbrook.
But of course.
But think about that.
He developed.
But that's what I'm saying. You had KD and Westbrook as the main guys in OKC. You had James Harden coming off the bench. Yeah. Right? They placed him on the bench, role player position. Right? Yes. He was never gonna develop into a superstar until he had the room to actually do it, like what you were saying.
Yeah, but
to be able to do it, right? So when he came to Houston, he was no longer a bench or a solid, really good role player.
It was his team.
He became an all-star at the beginning because that's what Houston wanted. They were like, we see the potential for him to be an all-star. And what did James Harden do? He took it to the level of a superstar. Yeah. So to me, James Harden probably always had it, right?
No,
but he never had the opportunity to become one. So I'm not saying all the players in the NBA have that potential to be a superstar, right? Because there is a level, a difference between a superstar and an all-star.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So to me that is a progression. That is there.
But even Daryl Morey said in an interview, whenever they ran the numbers, Harden was the most efficient player on the court
because he had to be.
Well, yeah, but that's already quality. Like, you already have it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a superstar, you have to have it.
Right. Well,
like, you have to.
Any player has to be able to be efficient.
Bro, like,
they have to be efficient. Bro, with the time that they're given, they have to be efficient.
Bro, like, this is off topic, right? Can I go a little off topic?
Go for it. We're already way off topic. So we were talking about fired NBA coaches, and now we're talking about superstars. Yeah, go for it. Give it to me.
So, like, you know, Mourinho, he said to Ashley Cole wanted to play midfield position, and he was working extra hard. And I love Mourinho. He gave him a quote. Okay. I love Mourinho quotes. I love them.
You do got some good ones.
So, next thing you know, Mourinho, it was late at night. Mourinho notices that Ashley Cole is working late at night in the gym, putting in work. Mourinho goes up to him and says, "What are you doing?"
Ashley Cole, what position he plays?
He played right back.
Okay.
So Mourinho's like, why are you in the gym so late? Like, and he told him, it's because I'm trying to work hard to prove to you that I can play midfield. Okay. You know? And Mourinho responded, a donkey can work very hard, can work all day and all night, but it will always be a donkey. If you're you can work your way to be an all-star, but nobody can work their way to be a superstar. You have to have it. You have to be born with it. Just because it's a very elite number of the best players in the world. Mm-hmm. You have to be born with it, like, unfortunately. You know?
I mean, I don't disagree. What I'm saying is, in order for you to be a superstar, right, part of it is being able to have the time to do it. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'll give you an example of someone that I want to keep my eye on the Rockets. Like, Amani Brooks, right? When he came on, and he had a great second half of the season.
Yeah.
Now, to me, right now, obviously he's on the bench, right? Yeah. But the times that they've given him, he's been very efficient with the way that he's been scoring his game.
Yes.
Now, if he continues with him putting in the work, I see all-star potential, right?
Me too.
Right?
Same.
Now, to me,
do you see him becoming a superstar?
So, yeah, and that's the question, right? Like, to me, I could see him be an all-star, and honestly, like, I could see him be a superstar, but I think what it's going to come down to is the opportunity to be able to do that, to become an all-star. Because to become
a superstar.
To become a superstar. Because I think that, you know, you're right. People are born with that extra edge.
So you're saying that Armani Brooks was born with that edge?
So that's what I was going to say. So people are born with an edge, right?
Yes.
Now, what affects that edge, dude, is everything. It's the surroundings.
The lack of opportunity.
Not just everything. The environment, the system.
The edge doesn't go away.
No, but this is the thing. The edge is there.
Yeah.
Right? I guess this is what I'll say. I feel like everybody has an edge. Right?
No, not everybody.
I believe everybody has an edge, but what I don't believe, what I think hurts everybody, that with the edge is everything surrounding them. Because I think that.
That's the whole point of the edge, bro. Like,
no, but this is what I'm saying.
It's like a tool.
But also keep in mind, I'm not talking about like everybody can be an all-star. Like I'm not saying everybody can have the edge in basketball. I'm saying that everybody has their own personal edge. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like just strictly basketball at this point. I'm talking about everybody has an edge, right?
Okay.
Armani Brooks has the edge in basketball, right?
Okay.
Now, that's what I see in him. Now, giving him, for example, another player on the Rockets team, like, let's just give Christian Woods, right? People love Christian Woods. The numbers, he's putting up great numbers and everything. To me, Christian Woods, man, there's something about him that I just feel like he doesn't have versus what Armani Brooks has.
Okay.
Right? But Christian Woods is getting all the time. He's getting the minutes. He's able to shoot, and he's putting up numbers. He's backing it up, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like I want to keep an eye on that. Like I want to keep an eye on Armani Brooks, who has something to prove. That to me, I feel like he has an edge versus Christian Woods that has the opportunity to put up numbers, has the minutes. So it's one of those like that's a comparison that I want to keep an eye on because that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the difference between an all-star superstar is that certain edge. So that's what I mean by that. Like I'm not saying like that everybody has an edge to be in a sport athlete, right? I'm just saying everybody has an edge for something, and it just takes time to develop that edge. I mean, it takes time to have that opportunity to be and take opportunity of your edge.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens because I don't know, man. I think Armani Brooks he's got a future, man.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got a future.
I agree.
By
the way, the Clippers just eliminated the Jazz. That's it.
So it's Clippers Suns, baby.
Yeah, it's Clippers Suns.
And I got the Clippers in the finals.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Man, dude, what happens? Chris Paul's out. Kawhi Leonard's out. It's going to be Kevin Booker. It's going to be Kevin Booker versus Paul George.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That is it. Like, bro.
That is interesting.
Like the new age, old age.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's get it.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, anyways, guys, we really appreciate you guys. We dropped a NBA special, man. So make sure you go ahead, guys. You know what? Comment below, man. What do you think about this edge that I'm talking about? That me and Orlando were talking about.
Do you have that edge?
Ooh.
That's the real question.
Well, that is a question that can be commented below. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate y'all, man. Deuce.
See ya.